Welcome, welcome. I missed the names. It kind of popped in very quickly, but welcome. If this is your first time, please put Crown Life in your name. And if this is your, you're returning, please put Live, Live. Welcome, Amal Xavier. This is your first time, please put Crown Life in your name. And if you're returning, definitely just put Live. Going to be talking about reputation versus integrity. It's basically 7:30. I'm looking at the clock now. I'm getting ready to get dressed to get to work. But it's been something on my mind I want to kind of talk about, and how we have to stay focused about leading as what it takes to be actual leaders. Hey there, Amal. What's your name? Like, can you put your name? Is it Amal is your name? Or make sure I'm getting this right. Could you put your name in the comment? We're going to get started in a second. This will be a shorter scope. I'll probably come in later and do another one that'll be much longer. But I want to kind of, make you think a little bit about why this is so important. Reputation versus, integrity. How do you lead from this platform? Because, it can become a distraction. Well, let's just go ahead and get started. I was thinking about the scripture. It's Philippians chapter 2, basically verse 7. It was basically talking about Jesus coming in the form of a servant, making himself of no reputation, and, came in the likeness of men, and, he fulfilled his mission, even to the death of the cross, right? And I was thinking about why this is so important, that, he didn't come with reputation on his mind, in the sense of trying to maintain what people think of him. Because, if you think about Jesus' story, and a lot of the people who were the, leaders at that time, or supposed to be leaders at that time, they didn't like him that much. They didn't like who he was associating with. They didn't like the approach he was taking, with people. He actually came and got right at the level at where the people were, and began to change people that, other people were shunned. People didn't actually associate it with certain types and groups. A lot of the religious sects hated him because they didn't understand this guy's approach, man. But what was really interesting to me was that he made himself of no reputation, and came and basically said, hello, dynamic life. We're talking about reputation versus integrity. I'm using Jesus's story of how he came to the earth as with no reputation, in a sense, but came with the mentality that he was going to lead and be an influencer and a change agent in the lives of people, right? So he came with no reputation, because reputation can become a distraction, because you're now trying to maintain, in a sense, what people think of you versus the real assignment, which is probably to change people's lives, right? To actually be able to influence people, to help people come out, to develop them, to grow them. But if you're more concerned about what people think of you, or how you're performing, or how you're doing, you won't actually do what you came to do, because it can become a distraction. But I like the fact that he actually came with no reputation, because there's nothing else to keep. Only thing that's important now is the assignment, fulfilling the assignment. And, that is so important for us as leaders to think about, coming with a no reputation mentality, so we can actually be influencers, so we can actually not be distracted about things that really don't matter. If we're saying we're leaders, or we're saying that we're change agents, or thought leaders, or people who want to develop communities and help people come out or develop or grow, well, you have to go out and really be about that. And that's the part of leadership that is not as pretty, is not as exciting, because now you have to get involved with people's lives. Now you have to basically, my phone started to slide a little bit, but now you have to get out there into the nitty gritty of things, and deal with people one-on-one, to develop them, to grow them, and deal with the problems. Once you say you're going to go out and to affect people's lives, you're going to find out that, people are not just going to receive the change always so easily. Well, with us, you don't need reputation to be another distraction from you, because if you're just trying to, what you're perceived as, that can be a distraction from what you should be doing. So I'm saying this lesson this morning is more about you thinking and myself thinking, reflect on what it means to lead with integrity, what it means to be a true change agent, what it means to be able to go in and to be about the Father's business, to help people grow and develop, to lead them and show them the type of thinking that it takes to be a leader and to effectively apply things that matter, things that will change their situation. But you can't be concerned about reputation, because you can't please everyone, right? I was thinking about, like, when we think about trying to please everyone, well, I think about fruits, right? Fruit trees, in the sense of like mango or coconut. I don't even like mango, but my wife loves mango. I don't like coconut, but my wife loves coconut. So there's a market for everybody, right? So basically, the mango tree did not worry about whether I liked its fruit before it decided to produce. The coconut tree basically didn't decide, hey, whether Marquez cared about what is fruit or not, whether it started to produce. It basically began to produce regardless of whether I desired it or not. And that's important. That's very key, because there's a market for everybody, and everybody's not going to like your approach. Everybody's not going to like the way you do things. But the thing about it, that's not the case. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is fulfilling your assignment. Whatever your assignment is and getting busy about that is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what people think. That's why integrity matters, because integrity is more a lasting, that's a more lasting characteristic versus reputation. Reputations can vary. You can ask one person, what do you think of this guy? And the other person says, I think the guy's great. Somebody else can say, hey, I can't stand the guy. But you can't be concerned about that, because what matters is your integrity. What matters is actually you do what you say you do, and what the assignment you came to do from God, your assignment from God, that you're actually carrying that out, not what people perceive of you. Like I said, the fruit example, the mango tree is not worried about whether I like it or not. It's just producing, right? The coconut tree is not worrying about whether I like coconuts or not, because it said, hey, his wife likes me. I'm going to produce. Somebody wants my stuff, because it has an assignment. And the assignment does not matter contingent upon everybody, liking and desiring certain things. It's just basically you have to keep your mind on the assignment. The leadership, your assignment as a leader has to be more important than just reputation. It has to be an integrity that you're keeping based off of conviction, based off of your own personal conviction that this is what I'm supposed to do. This may not be what you're supposed to do. It may not be what someone else is supposed to do, but this is what I'm supposed to do. We have to lead with integrity, not by reputation, because your reputation can begin to be a distraction, because now you're concerned about things that don't even matter. It don't even matter. It's like, whether somebody likes the way I'm doing or you want the approval of man all the time. No. Jesus made himself of no reputation. No reputation. Why? Because I'm only trying to please the Father anyway. And if I do his assignment, then I'm going to be good to go. And that's what we have to think about in terms of leadership. We have to lead with integrity, not lead through our representation, because that can skew you one way or another. I think about back in the Old Testament, it talks about King Saul. And he was told by the prophet Samuel to hold off, don't move forward, wait till I come. And one key point about it, I definitely recommend you go back and read this chapter in the Old Testament. And it talks about him moving. And he said something very interesting. He said, because the people, he made a move because of the people. And not keeping the assignment because of his integrity. He made a move because of the people. Because then people begin to influence him and all that stuff. And we can't do that as leaders. We can't be so concerned about what people think and all these things. You have to be steadfast. You have to be constant and strong in what you're called to do. the integrity you have on your assignment, leading with integrity based off a conviction and an awareness of what you're called to do, what you're here for, not so much as what people think. Again, Jesus came, made himself, of no reputation. I don't need that distraction. I just need to understand what I'm assigned to do, And definitely, if this content is a blessing to you, definitely you could tap the screen and give me hearts if you so desire. Also, if you want to share this with others for the replay, thank you for being on the replay and being able to watch this. And you can still share it as well. But if this is good, I definitely thank you for participating in my broadcast. I'm trying to get better and better at Periscope. It's a little different for me now. I'm still learning, but I appreciate you and I appreciate having you each time. And again, until the next time, keep living the crown life. Again, lead with integrity. We don't need the distraction of reputation. God bless you guys. Crown life.